After finishing his game, the older brother suddenly kneeled in front of Johnny's. Then, with skilled hands, he untied the laces on his shoes and handed his freshly worn sneakers to Johnny's. Without hesitation, Johnny's decisively put the shoes on. This was just part of the daily life between the two brothers, but the opponent standing nearby couldn't help but mock them. The older brother told Johnny's to show them how it's done. Johnny's nodded, agreed, and then slipped on the sneakers. He replaced the older brother and entered the game in his place. So, the two brothers took to their respective training sessions. Soon, the older brother's outstanding performance earned him an invitation from a low-tier basketball club to make sure he chose them. The club even sent a €0,000 deposit in advance. This was a significant amount of money for their family. Without hesitation, the older brother accepted the club's offer. But when the family eagerly arrived at the bank the next day to cash the check, they were told by the staff that the check was not usable. At first, the father thought the staff had made a mistake and asked them to double-check, but after the staff insisted, the father realized something was off. That evening, he called the club to inquire about the check. It was then that he learned they had found out about their illegal immigration status. So, the club had retracted the offer, including the €2,000 membership deposit. The older brother was devastated by the news. He went back to his room alone, wiping away his tears. He didn't want his family to see his vulnerable side. Johnny's, being the younger brother, noticed his brother's mood.
They can knock us down. They can ignore us, insult us, but they can't stop us from getting back up.
That night, Johnny's lay in bed, unable to sleep. He quietly walked to the living room and happened to catch a news broadcast on the radio. A large group of illegal immigrants were flooding into Greece, and the government was enacting more and more anti-immigrant protests in response. He knew that if he didn't work hard to make a name for himself in basketball, they could be deported. The father, watching the passionate and energetic young people on TV, couldn't help but remember his own youthful days. He opened an old box that had been collecting dust for years, and inside were his old basketball jerseys. After a long moment, he turned and looked at his son's jerseys. He decided then and there that he would support his sons in their basketball journey. The father bought new basketball shoes for both sons. They wouldn't have to share the same pair of shoes anymore.